Have you ever wondered why there's so much traffic in your city? Let's explain that! Hey everyone, and welcome to Things Explained. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about traffic. It seems like whenever I tell people that I research transportation systems, there's always someone who interrupts and drones on and on about traffic problems. So that's why I decided to make this video. I'm going to refer to a book I recently read called Street Smart by Samuel Schwartz. I'll leave a link in the description. The invention of the wheel in the 4th millennia BC revolutionized the world. It was the first major invention that changed the way people traveled. It allowed the creation of what transportation engineers call a mode, or a new way to get around. Until that point, there was no choice of mode. You had to walk if you wanted to get somewhere. Fast forward to today, and we have the automobile. Imagine how our ancestors would describe this invention. It really is just a giant metal box that propels human beings faster than evolution ever meant for us to go. The first automobile required massive changes to the city's streetscape. Even the primitive cars, which could go at a blazing 11 miles per hour, moved so fast that it was no longer safe to mix cars and pedestrians. Streets were then designated for cars, which ended up squeezing pedestrians into the sidewalks. To make matters worse, while hordes of people walking can naturally find a relatively ordered manner to proceed, cars require wide lanes and buffers. If you bump into someone on the sidewalk, the worst that will happen is coming away smelling like someone else's sweat. If you bump into someone on your car, well, good luck. While cars seem so revolutionary, society decided that we like the concept of people not dying. So extra factors of safety had to be applied to automobile traffic. Add this to the extra large space an automobile takes over a person, and you begin to see why cars tend to run out of space so often. In his book, Schwartz discusses the benefits of using modes other than the automobile. He claims that active transportation can improve mental, physical, and emotional well-being, whereas driving can introduce additional stress. However, there are also soft benefits of a driving commute. You have any friends that are spamming your Facebook feed with car posts? You know what I mean. Some people like a long drive to unwind after a long day at work and prepare them to re-enter the chaos of their home. Unfortunately, congestion has accelerated the development of road rage, which tends to make the drive less relaxing. Because we have designed a system where everyone is expected to drive, quality is going down for everyone. Schwartz discusses some ways to encourage commuters to choose a different mode to help relieve some of the traffic, such as congestion pricing or toll roads. But people hate you if you try to actually implement that. So if we want people to drive less, how are we supposed to get around? Are we supposed to take society back in time to before the car existed? Many of our trips are still technically a walkable distance. The time stress of society has made it so it's not really worth it to walk, even if you're healthy enough for it. So if cars aren't the answer, and walking isn't the answer, then what is? Well, we can answer this with the ultimate engineering response. It depends. Even Schwartz, who gained a reputation as being a car hater, whose nickname was Gridlock Sam, concedes that cutting out the automobile wholesale is not the right approach, as no single mode is the best. Walkability is a great asset in any environment. So are bikeability, drivability, and transitability. The comparison between modes is not as simple as saying this is better than that. If you really want to compare, the best you can do is say something like certain modes are better based on how many people want to use the same space. In compact areas, walking is good. Conversely, in the sticks, driving is the best way to get your groceries. The problem occurs when busy areas are not walkable, or when rural areas have bad connections for cars. Even worse is when kind of dense areas all feed into the same driving corridor, which makes it so the distances are unwalkable and unbikeable. But there are still too many cars for it to be drivable. The sad truth is that the interaction between transportation and land use must account for the efficiency of engineering as well as the social needs of real people. The process is one of balancing competing objectives, not of bulldozing any value that has ever led to any problem. The key to a working transportation system is a healthy mix of modes. Individual responsibility for commute decisions also goes a long way. But who are we kidding? It's the 21st century. Ain't no one got time for that. So there you have it. What do you think of transportation in your community? What have you found helps to make your daily travel better? Leave a comment below. If you learned something, like and subscribe, and be sure to share with your friends who always complain about traffic.